Welcome everyone to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212. So once again, I'm doing an Everything Show on gaming, and I felt it's warranted and needed. As a gamer on PlayStation Network, that I'm in competition to buy games for Europe, Asia, and Japan. You have to go through a third party, another company, to buy those foreign PlayStation cards, right? What's up, Marty? So, you know, in order for me to play games in Japan, Asia, and Europe, I have to buy a Japan, Asia, or Europe PlayStation card and go into my Japan, Asia, and Europe accounts, buy the games with that foreign card, put it on my PlayStation, and go into my main account and play them. Okay, this is what every gamer has to do for competition to buy games for Europe, Asia, and Japan. You can't just use a PlayStation card from America all over. There's no universal PlayStation card. Okay. So when I was first gaming, I just had my North America account, and I had won a contest with Overhyped Gamer, where I won this bunny game, Pretty Bunny or something, European account. Now, I didn't have a European account to play the game because you have to put it on your European account on your PlayStation and then play it. So this had led me to create account because I won the contest with Overhyped Gamer. It's because of him that I wound up speeding up the process and creating a Europe account, an Asia account, and Japan account. And then through iBad Driver, or Bad Driver, whatever way, I don't know how it's said. I think it's Bad Driver. On his videos, there's a link to the company called PlayAsia, which I always use. So he gets the credit. And I've been buying for them since I created my accounts. So I buy all my Europe, Asia, and Japan PlayStation cards through them. When it comes to the American accounts, most of the time, 9 times out of 10, I buy them here. If it's bad weather and I'm lazy, I'll buy it from them. But I've never had a problem with them until this past, I guess, year and a half, I would say. And for some reason, my personal bank does not like PlayAsia. And they even went against me to block my account so I can't purchase stuff from PlayAsia. I had sat down with the bank over and over and over again, and their mind was made up that they felt this company was not reputable in their eyes, their words, and it was shady. So they said, if you want to buy stuff from them, you can't use your bank card, you can't use your account, use a credit card or use something else. So what I did was I had used my PayPal and my Cash App and my credit cards to buy games from PlayAsia. Now, I never had a problem when I used my credit card. Never had a problem when I used my PlayAsia. And I didn't even have a problem when I used my Cash App. But then lately, I was having problems with my Cash App, where the first instance is that they charged me and they wouldn't give me the card, the number. And that would usually be resolved in an hour. So that was the first instance. For some reason, they would give me problems with the Cash App. Second instance was the biggest instance, was they had a PlayStation card from Japan listed, and I went to buy it, and then they never send me the code. And I'm like, where's the code? We're out of stock. Okay, give me a credit. and I will buy a Europe or an Asia game. No, we can't do that. Why? Oh, we have to go through the process of the refund and everything. It could take. No, 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 no. I have limited funds available, and I'm in competition now. I want to play now. I don't want to wait weeks. If you wronged the consumer and you listed an item on, yeah, I was scammed. If you listed an item on PlayAsia that it's available, and then you charge me, and then don't give it to me, that's wrong. You're scamming me. You're not like, so in other words, then you give me the option to buy another PlayStation card with that money. They didn't do that. They told me they were going to give me a refund and it was going to take 3 days. It didn't take 3 days. Then they said 5 days. Then they said it could take up to a month. So then I got PayPal involved and Cash App. Then I got PlayAsia involved again. It basically took a month, just about, give or take a couple of days, to get that money back, which I wanted it right there and then to buy my stuff. So that left a bad taste in my mouth, especially since I buy everything from them. When I had a budget of $1,500, majority of that money was going to PlayAsia a month. So now, flash forward to today. Well, not exactly today, 2 weeks ago. I semi-noticed it. I bought let's say an example, I bought a PlayStation card for Japan for $9.99. Thing pops up, your $9.99 was approved, whatever. They give me the code. And then this other thing popped up from Sony. Then this other thing popped up from Cash App, because I'm using Cash App through PayPal, right? So there was a different amount than the one that was charged. It was, let's say 1021 and 1029 when the item was $9.99. So I thought, oh, maybe I'm gonna let it go. That day I bought another one and then another one, maybe Europe and maybe whatever. So instead of 1021, it was 1059 or something like that. Not exactly. I have the list. I'm just around, like, say it was either 30 cents more or 50 cents more or even $1 more than what it was. So it started to get frequent. And I had sent them a message on Facebook chat that I have with them, business chat. And they had basically said they're going to look into it. Okay. So, and get back to me. So then when I reached out to them a day or two later, of course, you don't know, you get a completely different person. And I'm like, well, scroll up the chat or scroll down. So I keep having to get a different representative every day, explaining the situation, resharing photos, getting nowhere. So it comes to where I'm doing the big heavy gaming and I'm buying. So now we're up to 8 purchases, where all 8 purchases were overcharged. Overcharged means, I mean, if it's not an American term, I'll explain it. You go to pay a certain amount, $9.99, and they charge you more than what you're supposed to be charged. You authorize them to charge your card $9.99, and they change it illegally without your permission to a more valuable amount than the one that was agreed upon on the transaction. So now this happened 8 times. So I'm getting really annoyed and I'm about to buy another Japan card. So I go to them in the chat. I'm like, listen, I bet you anything I will buy this Asia card and you will purposely charge me more money. And I'm going to do that right now to show you. So I bought the thing for $11.39. They charged me $11.59. I took a picture of it. I sent it to them. I'm like, see, you're overcharging me. Just showed you. 9th time. So what happened was Again, we're looking into it. We're looking into it. I'm like, well, listen, it's very simple. Just give me a credit so I can buy something now. I don't want to wait weeks and a month. I'm a gamer. I'm buying stuff like water. I have the money now and I'm buying it. And I don't want to wait. We're in 2024. Stuff is electronic. Stuff is instant. Don't make me wait 3, 4 weeks for and hold up my money. I'm like, well, I'll even settle for your stupid PlayAsia cards that you weren't. That was another thing too. Whenever you spend a certain amount of money, they put you in a category like you're a good customer, and they give you these coins that you can use towards your purchase called PlayAsia coins, and it could drop the amount 20 cents, 50 cents, $1, whatever. And I always go to use it, and for some reason, since this happened, every time I go to elect to use it, and they say yes. When it comes to me paying, they don't give me the coins. They take them away. So I'm paying more without the coins, and I'm also paying more than what I agreed upon. So twice overcharged on each transaction. So I got an unexpected response. I said, either give me a $5. I was like, even if it's a loss, give me a $5 Germany European card. I'll take that. Even if it's like $7, $8, just let's settle it, right? We can't do. So what happened was they admitted in the chat on Facebook Messenger that they overcharged me. They're sorry it happened. They can't give me a refund. They can't give me a credit. They can't give me a PlayStation card. We're sorry about this. There's nothing we can do. So you're telling me you stole from me because I never elected for you to charge my card more each transaction. That's illegal. That's illegal. That's fraud. Doesn't matter if you're overseas. You are bound by your own laws too. You can't do business with people, especially if you're doing business with people in America and you're trying to rip them off. Even more so, that can't happen. So that's detrimental to your company because then your company could be banned for fraud, right? Because you're illegally taking more money out of a person's credit card without their permission. You're going into the credit card, you're stealing, right? So if I'm like, if you're going to do this and keep it, I don't give you permission to keep it. You can't keep it. So I got mad, and I'm like, you know what? Let me use my power as an influencer, as a YouTuber, to let people know this situation. So now I decided to reach out to the top gamers. I reached out to Ringing Elbows. I reached out to TJ Meat, I think. I reached out to a Bad Driver. I reached out to a whole bunch of people to say, hey, look, this company just ripped me off. They could rip you off too, right? Now, Bad Driver has the one promoting PlayAsia, so I figured I'd let him know what the hell that company's doing. People are in shock because, again, in the message, they're admitting that they did this, maybe by accident or whatever they want to use, but they won't do anything about it. They'll keep it. They'll keep the money. So now what do I do as a gamer? I only know PlayAsia, right? But I'm not going to have the situation where I'm going to be stuck where this company thinks they have an ego and they could just do whatever they want because there's nothing else. There's got to be another company that you could buy PlayStation cards from. But because they're doing this to the public, I have a responsibility to let people know what they're doing and showing their own words against them. Showing the public, YouTube, all social media, that this company, PlayAsia, had admitted to overcharging me 9 times and refuses to give me the money back. They want to keep it for themselves as profit. And that's their customer service. So now we're going to look into what laws have they violated, and now will they be banned from business with America and everyone else? Because again, it doesn't matter what the dollar amount is. Even in America, you cannot alter someone's credit card. If I'm buying something for $20, it's $20. If there's tax on it, $21.64, that's known. But you cannot, after the purchase is made, and it says the purchase is made, you go in there because there's a loophole that you can get in there within seconds, and you pre-program your site to overcharge each person within 20 cents to $1 each transaction. Because that's what it was. It was programmed. There's nobody that was waiting by the phone that says, oh, he purchased it in seconds. They chose the amount. The website did that. Now, they're using the excuse that with the foreign exchange and all this other stuff, that every single day prices are different. So yesterday, maybe the Japan card was $9.99. Today, it might be $10.29. And that they have to charge me what it is. But that doesn't make sense, because even if it is more every day, you're charging me more than that every day. So I'm not getting in trouble by reporting this, because I have their message to me that they admitted to doing this, even if they didn't mean to, but that they won't do the right thing as a company, and they will not refund me the difference or even give me a store credit. And I, for the life of me, don't understand. If I'm willing to take a loss, why won't they give me store credit? Like, I don't understand. Where's the owner of the company? What's going on? So now you're willing to piss off your customer base, where there's word of mouth spread about your company that's the truth that you're doing, and then you could potentially lose from one person to 5 people to 12 people to 100 people to 1,000 people until your company is done, because everything is out in public. You did do this thing and you're not rectifying it. So if it happened to me, it will happen to you at some point. If it's a thing connected with Cash App, with PayPal, then anybody that pays with Cash App through PayPal will get ripped off. If it's a thing just credit cards, then everybody that uses a credit card will get ripped off at some point. And then, to add insult to injury, also go back to the second instance where they have stuff on their site that they say is available and it's not available. And then you pay and you get nothing in return. Now imagine me, if it was me working with a budget of $1,500 a month, I wouldn't care about $1, $2, $10 even, right? I'd just be like, I don't have time for that, right? But because now I'm not working and I'm on a fixed budget, and I'll buy stuff whenever people give me donations, or I'll buy stuff whenever I get paid from YouTube, because I'm an influencer, I'm a YouTuber, I get paid to do these podcasts and these videos. I'll use that to buy games from PlayAsia, right? But how could I now, when you willingly just ripped me off? Just ripped me off. You admitted it. So, I mean, it's a thing where, let's see now, because I like to do my little investigative journalism. I'm going to go into PlayAsia in my account. I'm going to show you exactly how much stuff I buy. And then you could be like, wow, boy, are they wrong. So let me just get into this. Hold on. I usually go through bad drivers thing to get the link so that he can get the credit for promoting them. So let me just do that. Oh, by the way, I just want to show this to you also. Yeah, show the journalist. I'll screen share this. All right. I just went to Bad Driver or iBad Driver's account right here, right? If you could see. I just want to highly recommend Bad Driver. This was his latest video about easy, quick platinums. So I want to just promote him because, again, I love his content and his site. So I'm going to go into, this is the link that you click in there and you go. Now, I want to stop screen sharing this one, and I'm going to, okay, and let me just go into, I want to go into PlayAsia. So I want to show you. Okay, so when you go to PlayAsia, right? So what I do is I click on here, right? And I'll say EU for European card. Now I have to buy the Germany ones because my account is European Germany, and I also have a European UK one, but I think the German cards are cheaper. So what I usually do is Germany has the only card that has like a $5 one sometimes. So usually I either buying like this one is a $10, which is $10.29 today, or the $5 one is $5.39 today. Okay. Now I'm going to get out of this screen share because I have to log into my account and I have to show you. So I'm going to stop that. I'm going to log in because I don't want you to obviously see my login. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to sign in. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to screen share. Again. Now, please pay attention to this podcast because this could happen to you, and I don't want you ripped off like I was ripped off. Okay. So just to show, you want to talk about giving them money and spending money. All right. Look at all the cards I bought yesterday. Well, I'm sorry, the 21st. Yeah, what's today? Yeah, it was yesterday, right? So look at these accounts, right? This is yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 on the 21st. 1, 2, 2 on the 20th. 1, 2, 3, 3 on the 19th. Then I was without money for a little while, and then on the 9th, I was, and on the 6th. So basically, they get a lot of money from me a month. I haven't calculated how much I spent from PlayAsia a month, but it's right there on the screen. You can calculate it from 11/4 on how much I spent, right? I don't even review, okay? So now, the 11.39, they charged me 11.59. The 10.04, I think it was 10.21 or 10.29. The 9.29, I think that was 10.04. So they each one, they were overcharging me each transaction, right? So I do spend a lot of money on PlayAsia because that's the only company that I know basically sells foreign PlayStation. There is other ones, which now I'm gonna have to find another company. And in case you didn't see my exchange, because it started getting ugly, I started getting really mad with. Oh, they just sent me a message. How funny is that? Hold on. The plot thickens. Okay. Please be informed that this payment is pending payments. It means that the transaction has been initiated, but it has not been fully processed or completed yet. This could be due to various reasons, such as payment being in the process, verification, or pending further action from the payer or payee. In some cases, it may also indicate that the funds have been temporarily set aside and are being held until the transaction is finalized. So now they're coming out there and they're saying, after I had basically sent them the law, because when they said they couldn't do anything, I sent them their own law to them about, are they allowed to overcharge? And the answer is no. And this was on Facebook Messenger. But the big thing that got them in trouble was their message that, and I'm going to try to get on here and I want to show it. Now, how could I blow this up and show it? Try to see. How could I? See, I want to show this message, but I don't want to show everything on my Facebook where I don't want to show people's names and stuff. So how could I do that? Well, all right. Let me see if you could see that. All right. So I basically said on the top, whatever card you would like to give, meaning to give me the refund, give me a code and I'll buy games. I was willing to take a store credit or something. They're like, thank you for your understanding during this situation. I sincerely apologize for the inconvenience caused by the overcharge. Unfortunately, we are unable to provide PlayAsia coins or a PSN card as compensation for this issue. We truly value your support as a customer, and I understand that this may be disappointing. So basically, they weren't going to do anything. And I'm like, you overcharged me 9 times. You can't keep it. And I basically went in dick mode when I get mad. Sorry about that. And then boom, I start writing paragraphs like a writer. And then sending them their own laws to them, different things. So now they're saying that the money may go back in my account. May. All right. We will listen to what they have just said. This is their statement. They just sent this. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. And we're going to see if they're going to refund me everything they overcharged. And again, I'm not doing this to blast anybody or bash anybody. I just found it really messed up that I'm telling them for 2 weeks, hey, you're overcharging me. Look, I'm going to buy something right now. Look, you're going to overcharge me right now. Look. And it's like, did you fix your site? Nope. So now you're going to overcharge everyone? Yep. Wow. Sorry, I've been in retail for 30 years and I've been in the medical field for so many years and I've been in marketing and business, and you mean to tell me that this is how you treat your customers? Your customer service is terrible. Awful. Okay, Marty. The anniversary of Doctor Who. Am I doing on anything tomorrow? I am fully available for Doctor Who tomorrow, Marty. Are you doing anything? Whenever you're ready, Marty, we got to do a Real Whovians cast. Okay? We got to do a Real Whovians cast. All right, so that segment of this podcast is done. Now that we got a response on the air, live from... Oh, good. You got your account back. Very good, Liam. Ready when you are, what do you mean? Like you're ready right now to do a Real Whovians? Is that what you mean? Marty? You're off today. Interesting. All right, so I actually then am probably going to do a podcast with you right now. And basically because this thing was PlayAsia, that's done. So I'm going to end this stream And could I just invite you to a stream in about 5 minutes? I'm just going to use the loo that you call it, the loo, and then come back in 5 minutes and do podcast with you right now. You want to do that, Marty, with your Rehovians? Because I have to do a podcast with this this other YouTuber soon. I think it's 10 o'clock. All right, good. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, before we go, let me just show you the stats. Check out the stats, right? Because you like when I say that. So you want me to check out the stats? Okay. Okay, so here's the stats. In the wee hours of the morning, I saw that Buster Block 2 came out from Thy Games. I had purchased Buster Block 1, so I did like it. So it was $1.49 for 2 games, PS4 and PS5. I got that, and I have now 7,484. Right after that, I went to sleep for a couple hours. I am 51 in the world. I am 4 in America because I beat a coon. And yes, I'm going to revel in that victory for a little bit. I am entitled to revel in the victory because it took me years, so I'm allowed and entitled. That game Duck Run is a pain in the you-know-what. I had died like 300 times. I'm not giving up, but that game is a real pain in you-know-what. Number line, it's like luck based, that one. You can't control when you win or you lose. So I, of course, would love to have the platinum 7,485 because I do like it, like in blocks like that, either an 80, like a 5 or a 10 or whatever. So I would love to have a video of 7,485 and then 7,490 or 7,500. But that will not happen right now because I have to do some catching up on my podcast, right? All right, so on that note, today the plan is to do the Real Hoolians cast in 5 minutes with Marty, take a break, eat something, and then come back and do a big podcast on Coom from another YouTuber that I was invited to do, so I will do that. So thank you guys. I hope you tune in 5 minutes to the Real Hoolians cast. Take care. Bye for now.